Fantasy football drafts are right around the corner, and I want to give you a head start on your draft board. In the past 3 years, I've drafted and put together a championship winning team and taken home the gold in my fantasy football league. If you know anything about fantasy football, it's about consistency. Drafting players that can consistently bring in pretty big numbers from week to week while having a big game in between. Rams running back Todd Gurley is a player I have drafted ever since he came into the league. He's one of the most consistent running backs in the NFL, and according to Casino.ca, he has put up more fantasy points than any other running back. Gurley will probably be drafted in the earlier rounds, so I would recommend getting him early so you have a trusted running back on your roster. A rookie some other players might look over is Saquon Barkley. He's a first-round pick in every way, and he'll play immediately. He'll also be a centerpiece in a struggling Giants offense, so he's definitely a get. Chris Thompson is another back that will be coming into camp healthy. He's very valuable to the Redskins in both their running and passing game, and he will likely get close to half the snaps on offense this year. Texans running back Lamar Miller is a sleeper that I would recommend. Maybe you don't want to put him in your main running back spot, but you could throw him in the utility position and expect to get a consistent amount of points from Miller throughout the season. Rams wide receiver Brandon Cooks is another one of those guys that has produced solid numbers in the past 3 years with the Patriots and Saints. And he could also become a key factor in the Rams offense this year. For quarterbacks, there are, of course, the Tom Brady's and Aaron Rodgers of the NFL, but if you can't get one of those elite quarterbacks, you should probably consider building the rest of your team in the early rounds and going after a lower-rated but more consistent quarterback in the middle rounds. 4 quarterbacks that I would recommend in this situation would be Colts quarterback Andrew Luck, who is going to be overlooked after coming off his injury, but if you've seen any pictures or anything from him in this offseason, he is jacked and he looks ready to go. The other quarterbacks are Chargers quarterback Phillip Rivers, Lions quarterback Matthew Stafford, and Jaguars quarterback Blake Bortles if they're available. Patrick Mahomes is probably also one of those late-round picks that will probably be available, and if your first quarterback doesn't work out, you can get him, and he might be set to have a solid season with the Chiefs. And to finish, 2 consistent tight ends that I believe that will bring you pretty good numbers throughout the season are Titans tight end Delanie Walker and Eagles tight end Zach Ertz. Both of these players are pivotal to their team's offense and usually bring in numbers from week to week.